Hey, people of God, this is Pastor Jay. Another wonderful day that God has made. Look, we had a great service today. We talked about mountains again. We finished up from last week talking about the mountains that we have in our lives. And we talked about so many things that we have to overcome. And there is a pattern that God is working on with us. And we have to understand that each mountains aren't bad. Mountains are designed for a purpose to strengthen us. Like we had an exercise in the military called mountain climbers. And you would get down, and it was one of the hardest exercises you would have to do because it was built on endurance. And so I think we was talking about the mountains that God places in our lives. One of the mountains, the first mountain, is the mountain of purpose. When that mountain shows up in your life, you will understand that the reason I'm at this mountain is to receive my purpose. What am I talking about? Moses had to get to a mountain to find his purpose. It was there that God talked to Moses with the burning bush at the mountain. It was there that he found his purpose. The next thing we had to do was to understand that after we find our mountain of purpose and we overcome that mountain, that we climb that mountain, we have to get to the mountain of faith. The mountain of faith. Abraham, I'm thinking about Abraham. Abraham had to come to a mountain, had to take his son to a mountain to show God that he had faith. He had faith in what he was doing. He had faith in God, and that he had faith that God was leading him. All he had to do was make it to that mountain, reach the top of that mountain, climb up that mountain, and reach the top of that mountain. The next thing is that mountain of fear. Mountain of fear. Elijah went through so many. He had miracle after miracle after miracle, but he had to come to a mountain of fear. He had to understand that God is bigger than his fears. God is bigger than any situation, any problem that he comes to. The last mountain we talk about is the mountain of conquering. Jesus is our example of conquering mountains. When Jesus died on the cross for us, he conquered everything that we needed. Jesus has placed in our hand. He was our example. He was our big brother, and he led the way for how we should live our lives. He gave us the spirit, the tenacity, the strength to overcome mountains. So look, I need you all to continue to climb your mountains, and I'm going to continue to climb my mountain. Hey, this is Pastor Jay, and I am changing me. In other words, this is me changing me. I'll let you.